Welcome back. The SASSA grant beneficiaries using gold cards will not be able to withdraw their funds from ATMs this month. This comes after the PostBank uncovered a criminal network targeting its ATMs to personal bank accounts. Gold card holders have been advised to withdraw their social grants at the many retail outlets. For more on this, we are joined by PostBank spokesperson Dr. Bongani Diako. Dr. Diako, thank you so much for joining us this evening. Now, the Post Office recently announced to Parliament that it was experiencing fraud. Are these measures being taken as a result of that announcement, or is it just in line with the festive season safety precautions?
Good evening, Kathy. Good evening to the viewers at home. Definitely, yes, this is part of the measures we've put in place following the report you alluding to, but generally also following our proactiveness as a banking institution in the process of applying a banking license. So we've put early detection measures in our system that would help us immensely in identifying any wrong activities on our platform. So what happened recently is this was never part of the plan. We were going to pay social grants as we normally do via all ATMs in the country, and as a point of correction, it is not just ATMs. PostBank hasn't as yet rolled out its own ATMs. We're leveraging the entire industry's ATMs. Our card is interoperable across the industry, so SASSA beneficiaries can use it through any other ATM. So the first day of the payments, we paid old age grants. We had no issues. Second day of payments, we paid the disability grants. And just when we were going into the child grants, that's when we started noticing a very abnormal activity across our platform. And experience had taught us to look out for these things, and the improvement in the system really helped a lot. And it really clearly was an attempt to line up an ATM card fraud heist, so to speak.
So speaking about these investigations that have been ongoing so far, where's the fraud seemingly coming from? Are you being hacked by external forces, or is the problem coming from within?
Well, we've put a forensic investigation underway, roped in law enforcement, and we really are awaiting the outcomes of the investigation itself. We're not excluding internal or either external activities, but we will get clear details once the forensic investigation has been concluded.
There has been some confusion that I've heard on the streets when it comes to some beneficiaries thinking that there aren't any payouts this month. What channels are you using to ensure that you reach as many beneficiaries as possible in them knowing not to go to ATMs but rather to retail facilities?
Well, we've redirected beneficiaries predominantly to the retailers, and that's the catcher of ATM transacting beneficiaries. Retailers have always been part of our channel mix. A quarter of the SASSA beneficiaries go over to the retailers to collect the grants money. But because the card also works like a normal bank card, beneficiaries actually use the card to purchase the essentials that they need at the retailers, and that's one of the strategies we've put in place to change behavior of always having cash. In addition to that, the post office branches are also an additional channel for accessing social grants. We've got about 350,000 beneficiaries, especially those that can't remember their PINs, that prefer going to the post office because it's got a bio-pay functionality. They can use a fingerprint to collect the money. We also have pay points where we literally physically move into mostly rural areas where we go pitch up a tent and beneficiaries in that area come and collect the money. So it's a really syndicated type of approach by us to try to reach everyone wherever they are in the most convenient of ways as part of a service to the nation.
So should the gold card holders then expect the same outcome next month, or can they go back to using ATMs next month?
Well, Kathy, you caught us at the right moment where we are pleased to announce that all the beneficiaries whose money were due to be reversed in their accounts, the money has been reversed into their accounts, because what happened was in the window period when we announced that beneficiaries should stop using ATMs, some beneficiaries had gone on and used ATMs, and some we suspect, obviously out of desperation, not knowing what's happening, if they go to the retailer, there's a queue, they'll say, let me try at the ATM. So those funds that they tried to withdraw were hanging in the system. For the past 36 hours, a dedicated team has been working tirelessly at reversing those monies into those accounts so that then they can go access it at the retailer. So we call upon them and thank them for their patience to say you can now go to any retailer that includes that has a cashback functionality significantly. ShopRite, Usave, Boxer, Pick n Pay, and Spar, and access your money. The suspension of the ATM channel by us was voluntary and was limited only for this period, and we were forced significantly to protect the integrity of the payments and protect the beneficiaries. So it's a temporary measure. The team working on the system had advised that we could go online any minute now. So definitely come next month, we're back to business as usual.
All right, that's great. Can you just maybe give us a message to our viewers, especially those who will be out in the festive season, in terms of safety when it comes to crime and those accessing their SASSA grants?
Well, Kathy, perpetrators of crime fraudsters have very sophisticated social engineering methods of scheming and enriching themselves. So we call upon SASSA beneficiaries and anybody else that's operating using a bank card or online banking or any method whatsoever of token of transacting to be extra cautious at all times. It's your hard-earned money, and there are those that are walking the streets wanting to take it away from you. We wish you a very blessed festive season. We'll see each other in the coming year.
All right. Thank you so much for your time.